The Australian Government pays for the bulk of aged care services in Australia through subsidies paid to aged care providers. You may be asked to contribute costs if you are financially able to do so. However, there is help available if you are unable to pay for care and accommodation costs. You will never be denied access to aged care if you cannot afford to pay the fees. If you or a loved one is moving into residential aged care, you may be asked to pay a basic fee. A basic fee is a fee paid by everyone who receives residential care. For some people, this may be the only fee you need to pay. A means-tested care fee. This is an extra contribution towards the cost of care that you may need to pay on top of the basic fee, depending on your income and assets. An accommodation payment. This is a payment for accommodation in an aged care home. You may have your accommodation costs paid in full or in part by the Australian Government, or you will need to pay the accommodation price you negotiate with your aged care home. Extra service fees. This is an extra payment you can pay if a higher standard of accommodation is chosen or additional services such as hairdressing or pay TV in rooms is elected. What is a refundable accommodation deposit? A refundable accommodation deposit, known as a RAD, is a lump sum payment for accommodation in an aged care home. This is the price of a room in lump sum form that you have agreed with your aged care home to pay. You can pay the accommodation price in full by RAD, or you can pay via a combination of a smaller RAD and a daily accommodation payment known as a DAP, or you can pay in full by DAP. If you and your aged care home agree, you can ask your provider to deduct certain amounts from the lump sum you've already paid. For example, for care fees, the RAD minus any amounts deducted as agreed is refunded when you leave the aged care home. What is a daily accommodation payment? A daily accommodation payment is the daily payment for accommodation in an aged care home. The aged care facility will work out the DAP based on a legislative formula that converts the RAD to a DAP price. You will make this payment on a regular basis up to a month in advance, similar to paying rent. The DAP is not refunded. You can choose to pay a combination of a RAD and a DAP for your accommodation costs. Aged care online. Search for residential aged care homes and home care services near you at www.agedcareonline.com.au.